Hey people, what's up? This is John Carlos from Total Body Training, where I help people get lean, gain muscle, and build confidence. And this is the first season of Foodie Fridays. This show is all about healthy eats and tasty treats. I love food and I love cooking, and there's no reason why you can't enjoy tasty food and you can't enjoy the occasional cheat meal, drink, or whatever, even when you're trying to maintain a good, healthy, balanced diet. I think it's important to sometimes splurge and enjoy things. But in this show, what we're going to sometimes explore is a little bit of all those things, right? So what I'd like to do is show you recipes that I like, food that I like to eat, sweets that I like to eat, maybe show you a cheat meal that I have, show you how I meal prep, things like that. If there's something that you would like to see on Foodie Fridays, let me know. I'm open to it. So if you have anything you'd like to see me do, anything you'd like to see me eat, something that's a new fad that you'd like to see me kind of explore, let me know. Leave your comments down below in the description section. One of my favorite protein bars that I like to eat are Quest bars. And so recently I bought a whole box of these Quest bars right here. They are the Vanilla Crunch style. You can see it right there, and I'm actually going to put a link in the description section. I think it's really the best way to get these, because they can be a little pricey if you just get them like one at a time, is to buy them in bulk. So when I bought these, I flipped over the list or the box here, and I found this recipe for blue almond muffins, and so I decided to make them. This is actually a first. Usually I would make something like this on my own and then share it with people, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to make it. Why not share it with all of you, my Total Body Training family and friends? So today what we're going to do is we're going to make blueberry almond muffins, and I'm going to list all of the ingredients, and I'm actually going to post this ingredient list and this method that I use, the whole thing, on my website. If you follow the description at the bottom of the page, you can get a link to my website and you can actually make this at home. Alright, so watch out for that. The notes are in the description. But, you know, the next video clips are just going to be me mixing things and making these blueberry muffins, and we're going to see how they taste, alright? Let's find out. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to line our cupcake pan with cupcake holders. These are the Quest bars that we're going to take and break up into little bite-sized pieces. Now we're just breaking it up into little bite-sized pieces. I'm not sure how big to make these since this is the first time I've made it, but this looks pretty good. I just did them in little round bites. And, you know, it took me a while to do this actually because there are several. I had to do 2 of these bars. So here's me kind of wrapping it up and finishing up the job. All right, we're ready to go. Next thing, we're going to get some eggs. I've got 2 of these farm-raised eggs. You do not need to use farm-raised eggs. And I'm only going to use the egg whites. I'm going to save the yolks for something else unrelated to this specific meal here. I'm not the best at cracking eggs. If someone out there has a better way to do it, you send it my way. My way works. This is the almond milk. We're going to do about a cup of almond milk. And we're going to go ahead and add it to a large bowl along with the eggs. Ooh, I spilled a little bit. We're going to put about, I think it was a half a cup of stevia into this recipe. So we're going to need half a cup of stevia. Okay, so as a sweetener, we're going to add some unsweet applesauce. We're adding some. If you're looking for the measurements from here on out, you're just going to be able to find the measurements on the directions that I give you. At the bottom of this page on the description section, I'm linking you to the exact ingredients and what I did and how the measurement is. Here I'm adding some vanilla extract to the mix. Vanilla is great. Also, I switched real quick, but that's actually almond extract. This stuff is really aromatic. You can really smell it. It's very strong, so you only have to use a little bit of it. And here I am whisking the wet ingredients. So I'm adjusting my hand a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and set aside this large bowl and bring over a smaller bowl that we are going to put our dry ingredients in. So I'm going to add some almond flour, and a little bit of coconut flour that I bought at Whole Foods. You don't have to go to Whole Foods to get this. A lot of grocery stores have these products. It's just that this was close to my house, or my studio, so I picked it up. So I'm adding the almond flour, and now I'm adding the coconut flour right here. And we're going to add some protein. Now, I added Blue Bonnet whey isolate protein. I put a link in the description section for where you can get that protein. That's my favorite kind of protein. The actual recipe calls for Quest protein, but this works just fine. So we're going to mix these up a little bit again. I'm holding this whisk a little strange. It's not how you typically hold it. I'm just focused on filming and getting things right for you guys. Hopefully I'll improve with some time. But there we go. So we're going to mix in the wet ingredients, and we're going to beat this just a little bit. You don't want to overdo the beating because it can make the pastry come out a little too thin. So we're adding coconut oil. And here we go. Make sure your coconut oil is not solid anymore. We're going to go ahead and add baking powder and baking soda. Make sure you add your right amount of baking powder and baking soda. If you overdo it, it will affect the fluffiness of the food and the taste of it. I've accidentally added too much in the past, and it does not taste good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up a little bit. And like I said, we don't want to over mix it. Just mix it well enough that everything's together. And in just a few seconds, we'll start adding other ingredients, mostly blueberries. So here we go. We've got our blueberries ready. I'm going to add those in there. And I didn't want to crush the blueberries, so I switched to using this little piggy spatula that my sister gave me. My sister's awesome. Gave it to me as a present. It's got a little pig on it. It's funny. So I went ahead and mixed that in there. And I used a spatula because I didn't want to crush the blueberries. That's just was my thinking. And then I decided to use this ice cream scooper. I felt that the ice cream scooper would keep things clean and not messy because I just wanted to add just the right amount to my cupcake holder things. So we're doing about 3/4 of the way up to the top because it's going to rise. And also we're going to add some toppings to that. That's coming up in just a second. Just make sure that you don't fill it up all the way because it'll overflow and that can get messy. It's not what you really want if the cupcakes start to, or not that, well, here I am adding in the Quest bars that are going to go on top. And I'm thinking at this point that it's going to give it kind of a crunchy texture. Even though these are soft, it's going to bake in the oven and make it a little crunchy. So after that, I went ahead and started adding these blueberries. Here are my delicious, scrumptious looking muffins. And you can see these are the bites, right? This browning right here, you can see right in there is actually the bites of the Quest bar right there. And these are my blueberries, and it looks pretty good. Give these a shot. I'm going to try these babies out. I've been waiting for you, Muffin. Come to Papa. Here's Muffin. I'm going to unveil you so that the world can see what I've made. Look at you. Alright, so here it is. Here's my blueberry muffin. There's some pale on the inside. Not too much of it stuck, actually. It's pretty good. Pretty good job there. Okay. I'm going to break this guy apart so you can see it. Right there. Ooh, that goodness. Oh. Yep. Not bad. These are pretty tasty. Especially considering there's no sugar in these. They're paleo. So it doesn't have any weird flour. Yeah, it's been bleached and crap like that. We don't need. These are pretty good. I think, you know what? I give these at least 5 yummies on the yummy scale of health. Well, I don't know how many yummies we're gonna have on there. If I should have 10 yummies. But these are tasty. I strongly recommend making these. These are very good. It's a much healthier alternative to eating a blueberry muffin at like a Starbucks or something like that. I feel absolutely no guilt for this. And they're chock full of protein, which is great. Muy bueno. Well, guys, I think this is it for this episode of Foodie Fridays. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you try these muffins out. Remember, I posted a link in the description section of this video with the recipe, with a link to the recipe on my website, and also a link where you can actually get Quest bars, I think at a much more affordable price on Amazon in bulk. When you buy them, it's really the only way to go. If you get Quest bars one at a time, it can be pricey. All right, so until next time, see you guys. Bye. See you soon.